Hey you! Don't watch that! Watch this! This is the heavy monster sound! The nuttiest sound around! So if you coming off the street and you're beginning to feel the heat, well listen, Buster, you better start to move your feet to the rockinest, rock steady beat of madness!
$3,000 for a fucking laptop. Apple, my gaming PC isn't even worth that much. As you guys can tell from the title, my stupid ass decided to get a new laptop, and what better way for me to do it than to drop 3 bands on a MacBook. And you might be wondering why I decided to drop 3 bands on a laptop instead of just buying a new PC or whatever. And I'll tell you guys that in a second. And actually, before that, I have the MacBook with me right now, and I'm actually playing the best video on YouTube. And you know what's even better? It's in the link in the description below, or even better, it's on my channel. So you guys should probably check that out after the video. But as you guys can tell from the video, beginning of the video, the unboxing and so on, in today's video, I will be reviewing Apple's MacBook Pro M3 Pro chip in the space black colorway. Now I tried to make the video aesthetically pleasing, and I tried to make it as good as possible with all the right angles. But my phone, with only like 65 gigabytes of storage or some shit, kept running out of storage every time I press record. But it's alright, we still got some pretty good clips, but that's just irritating. Now of course, I didn't just decide to drop 3 fucking bands on a laptop and didn't do any research. I'm not that stupid. I watched about 50 to 70 reviews and unboxing videos. Yes, 50 to 70 during school too, because if I'm spending 3K on a laptop, I need to know what I'm looking out for. And actually, my first initial purchase was supposed to be the MacBook M2 base model, but it didn't fit what I was trying to do, and I'll get into that in a second again. I heard a lot of mixed reviews on this laptop, comments, and also as well as with the YouTubers inside the video. A lot of people said that it was not worth the price, which is something I agree with. It shouldn't be $3,000. Second, a lot of people thought that the performance on this laptop did not really match the Pro name, like the M3 Pro name. It definitely exceeded the MacBook Pro, but it didn't exceed the Pro model of the chip. And some people said that it was completely fine, fantastic for all around things, which I also do agree. But the thing is, we're going back to the 3,000 part, where it should not be $3,000 fucking dollars. Now, to be honest with you guys, the reason why I decided to get a new laptop was because my old PC, my outdated fucking laptop, was slow as shit. And throughout the video, I will show you guys a comparison. You know what? Right now, I'll even show you guys a comparison of the loading screen and also loading up like 4K videos on my outdated laptop and the MacBook Pro right now. And I'll even throw in a clip of literally me editing best YouTube video ever on my PC. And you guys will see how slow it was. Now, for the record, I worked my ass off to get this laptop, so I better not regret this. So inside the box, like you guys saw in the beginning, you get the MacBook itself. I got space black because that's the only right option to go with. It is the perfect colorway. Like, I mean, it's just perfect. Sometimes it might show gray. That's what most people said, but that's just because of the lighting. Depending on if it's too bright, too low, and depending on where you position the lighting, it will show as gray or black. Fortunately, it showed black inside the video, which is perfect. This time, depending on the colorway that you get, I think the other one was a silver or black option. There was only two options. I think it was black and white. Depending on the color you get, you might get different cables. So for me, I got the black cable, but you might get the silver or white cable if you went with that option. When I actually signed for the package and the FedEx guy gave it to me, I was holding it with one hand, right? And as you guys can see from the video of me holding it with one hand in the beginning, it was so heavy. And I go to the gym, okay? Like, I work on my forearms and all that shit. It was so heavy, but it's all right though, because as soon as I took it out, the shipping packaging, the cardboard, it got insanely lighter. And I think that just goes to show that Apple, as a premium company that sells us like phones and technology, they do care about people who shop online. And it was really high quality cardboard, because I mean, think about it, it's more convenient for us. Because would you rather go into store, wait for like an hour or like half of your day gone, choosing an iPhone or a laptop, and then having to wait in a lineup for an hour because there's 20 families right in front of you? Unless you want to enhance your Apple experience and get it yourself in person, that's completely fine. But anyways, onto the setup. I did set up some things off camera, but for the most part, what I did capture on my phone was that I just put in all the necessary stuff like fingerprints and all that. Off camera, I changed the wallpaper, the brightness, all those behind the scenes type of settings. I turned off a few features. I set up my emails. Off camera, I downloaded apps like Spotify, Chrome, DaVinci Resolve for editing. Safari is much better for a MacBook. It's more compatible. It makes it more clear, more smooth. But I like Chrome better because of the extensions, and also I have a lot of emails, like school emails, work email, gym email, like all those type of things. And it's just harder to access them on Safari when I could just do like 2 clicks on Chrome and then I switch to any other account I want to switch on. Now I changed the dock style, as you guys can see here, which is the apps at the bottom of the screen. I made it so that it only appeared when I was hovering over the docks, and I made it more responsive, which made it more satisfying. Something I did not expect was when I was searching up YouTube videos, I was searching up 4K videos so I could test the quality of the laptop. It was so clear, but of course my phone couldn't capture the quality. But if you can just imagine how clear it is, it feels like the screen is like a portal where you could put your hand through it. It just feels like a 3D type of thing, and like it exceeds your imagination. So if you're thinking of most clearest thing ever, think more clear, because you can't really experience it until you see it in real life yourself. But I guess that's just my opinion. I might be making a big deal because I'm coming from a really outdated laptop. The camera is as clear as your phone, definitely better than my webcams that I use for my PC. And actually I wanted to talk about like the convenience of a MacBook. Like, it's like just a bigger version of your phone, right? You're able to do FaceTime calls, like check your messages, so that you don't even have to go in your phone. Because if you go in your phone, like my last video I said, if you have your phone, you're more likely to just check TikTok and all those, right? Like here you're able to answer like your parents, your siblings, all of those, like emergencies, like incoming calls and all those, right? You don't need your phone really, and like it just makes it more convenient because you don't have to keep pulling out your phone every time you hear a message. Now the speakers felt like they were like movie theater type. They weren't too loud. They were very clean and very nice, not too loud and also not too quiet. It was basically just perfect, especially if you're someone who's doing video editing or is doing something major like watching movies or whatever, and you need to capture some type of audio. This laptop catches the most little detail in the audio. Now onto the trackpad and the mouse. It is absolutely clean as like, I mean, it's just super duper clean. It's so smooth, and like the hertz and the FPS on the screen just makes it so much better because it makes the mouse look like it's, I don't even know how to put it, but it's just so smooth. And scrolling, the thing about the screen is when I'm scrolling on YouTube and all those are scrolling through my notepad and all those, it's just super clean too. It's just like so smooth. And again, it might be just because I'm coming from a like normal laptop, or it's just really good. Well, a little back before I decided to get the MacBook Pro, I had a really indecisive option where I didn't know what to choose, like what model to choose. And so I was thinking of the MacBook Air with M2 like base model, but I realized later that it didn't fit my category. Like, I want to do content creation most of the time, right? And I want it to be future proof, so I need something really good, high quality, so that it would last me years to come. And the thing is, the reason why I wanted to go with the MacBook Air was because I heard it was really small and like really light, really portable, which is something I want because my old laptop is like really bulky, really big, and like so on. It's really heavy too. It's really hard to carry around when when you're in school. It feels like you're carrying a dumbbell basically. And I actually really despise the MacBook Pro because I thought that since it was a little bit bigger on the screen and also like the base part, it must have been really heavy. But as soon as I got it, I just think that it's way better than 13 inches. Like 14 inches is perfect for someone who's like in school or outside of school. It's just perfect. It's not heavy at all. I thought it was heavy, but it's not heavy at all. And like just imagining, like it's just a good build quality. It just feels like a premium quality. I think that if I had a comparison between the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, definitely choose the MacBook Pro for portability, because one, you don't want it to like snap in half, right? The MacBook Air, my sister actually has the MacBook Air, but it just feels too light. And I just feel like having a MacBook Pro just makes it more durable, and therefore it makes the laptop just more long lasting. Another thing I didn't expect was that the keyboard had its own brightness. I knew that I had the lights, right? Because MacBooks are mostly known for their lights, but I didn't know I could change the brightness of the keyboard. Like I didn't even know that, but as soon as I did it, I was like, holy shit, it's so clean. And like it's just so clean with like the black colorway. I mean, it's different if you had like the silver colorway or the white colorway, but it's just so clean with the black colorway. Now overall, it is a very good laptop, but is it worth $3,000 fucking dollars? No. Now, if you do have the budget, I definitely would consider purchasing it. But if you have to push it to an extent to get the laptop, I would not do that. I would rather just get the M3 model, because apparently there isn't really a big jump. And also, I did get the base model of the M3 Pro, which was the 512 SSD gigabyte storage, and then the 18 gigabytes of RAM. And actually, another reason why I got the M3 Pro was just like those extra 2 gigabytes of RAM that they give us. Now, I do think this laptop is really compatible for those who do school, email, work, calls, business, and all those daily work tasks that you would do at an office or at school. On the side, it has to be on the side that you're also doing something else, or else this MacBook would not be worth it. Something like video editing, content creation, graphic designs, website designs, programming, softwares, all of those things. You have to be doing at least 1 or 2 of those on the side in order to really get this for your necessary needs. But if you don't do any of those, honestly, just go for the MacBook Air or just go with the M3 base model. But if you do need something exceeding those, like you need something that takes a lot of loading and processing, like let's say you want to do programming and engineering, software engineering, like primarily, and you're doing something really big, I just go for a PC. Build your own PC, build it how you like it, or just get the M3 Max and spec it out from there. But I think this is a really good option if you're someone who is always on the go or want to be on the go, like in the library, airport, and all that, and you still want to get some work done, because most of us aren't always home, you know, we can't always work at home. And so this is really good for people who are always on the go and want to get shit done. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you guys want to stay tuned and see how the laptop is holding up, subscribe, turn on notification. If not, come back in 3 months. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.